Alrighty, and welcome back to WRP's live play of our not our episodic campaign, of our live play of the D&D Shadow of the Dragon Queen. What is WRP, you might ask? I'll tell you. WRP is me, Faye, your game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We are a couple... We're a couple who love role-playing games and sharing stories with all of you so much that we quit our day jobs and created our own company, so that way we could create high-quality TTRPG experiences full-time. We've been very fortunate along the way to meet many awesome, amazing players who have joined us on our adventure, including the players who are with us tonight, and you can join them in all the fun. To get started playing with us, just join our Discord and website community, where you can sign up for games, meet us and all of our players, talk about your favorite characters and stories, and even roleplay on our forums. We've got plenty of games that happen every day, Monday through Saturday, so that way you can play in our Mortal Guardians episodic campaign and fight back against the evil Coven of Zol and their dark masters from the void beyond the stars. We also offer high-quality custom quests, magic items, and our Burning Veil campaign that runs alongside the Mortal Guardians. So, take a moment during the game to join us and introduce yourself. We can't wait to see you at the table. Now, speaking of the table, let's get started with tonight's game. We pick up where we left off. Our adventurers are heroes to the town of Vogler. Well, things have started to happen here. First, it was the arrival of treachery and betrayal at the Battle of High Hill, recreating the massacre that happened in a new light this day. You had gone to bed after an interrogation, the town solemn, somber. When you awoke the next day, it was to prepare for either peace talks and negotiations, defenses, or in the worst case, an escape. When you found what you had seen, an army of perhaps 1,000 soldiers, maybe more, but a few miles north of the city, of the village, really, of Vogler, it seemed that defense or escape would be more likely. As the efforts of celebration from the Kingfisher Festival had died the day before, it turned into efforts of preservation when the voice of war came. A rider calling for compliance in housing the army of the Red Dragon Queen, the Red Dragon Army. That's what it was. I've got so many notes that I'm staring at my face. Of the Red Dragon Army. Well, it wasn't something that you could stand for. So you prepared ships and floats and all that you could. You helped the villagers get ready to flee.
Is it just me, or does Faye keep cutting it?
I might be having some issues. If you miss anything, just let me know. It was something that I had noticed the other day as well. But as you had finished your preparations, as the defenders of the remaining few loyal to Cudgel Iron Smile of her regiment, as well as Becklin, went to defend the front line to offer a time for you guys to get away, to get the villagers to safety. Disaster struck. There was an invasion, and though you fought hard It seemed unending until now you stand upon the wharf where someone has cried, "Dragon," and you saw the beast.
It's been taking in too much smoke.
And that is where we are going to begin. I've provided a map for you guys, and you are upon the wharf, or nearby it, as you were getting ready to escape.
Like down at the bottom, right?
Yes, you would be down, bottom right. The creature is coming from that, turn, in the, what's it called, from
Like
the...
that intersection type
Yeah,
deal?
the intersection. That's where you're seeing this creature come forward. Where there's no more, buildings or, stalls. Where all that ruin is, you're able to now see it kind of chugging along.
So, okay. So I was thinking that it was between us and the boats, but we're between it and the boats.
Somewhat. So, you're, like, the boats are still beyond you, off to the side. It has line of sight on the boats.
Right.
And, I mean, it's a siege weapon, it looks like. Or a dragon. But, we are going to start there. And as we start there, I will say, because you guys can see this, anyone who wants to roll for me a perception check.
Oh, yeah, let's get that out of the way fast. Oh my god. Okay.
21.
Heck yeah. Alrighty, so it is Hugh, it is Victoria, and it is Rue. You can see, however draconic this thing looks, it is a mechanical device. You see the creatures that operate on the inside, draconians like the ones you had fought in before. And they are preparing the insides, moving levers to correlate to this creature, and as we are going to roll initiative here...
I think with Vass's role, he's convinced it's a real dragon.
I mean, it could be.
His person's a 5.
Alrighty, so it'll be Rue acting first. And we've got Jarrett with you. Victoria. And then our then bam, bass, cute, cool. Rue, you are the first in initiative spotting this, and you see the draconians on the inside. What are you doing?
Interesting. I guess first you'd probably call out, I don't think it's a dragon. It's definitely still dangerous. Maybe just as dangerous as a dragon. So maybe that helps clue Bassett a little bit. Yeah.
Alright, so
Um,
anything else?
Can we see how many draconians are
Um,
inside? Like how many we think it could hold?
I would say, you would be able to see that there's about 4 draconians inside. It fits 4 dragons.
Dragonception.
No, you see if there's about 4 draconians. It's hard to make out for sure while they're inside this device, but that's how confident you feel.
And how far? I mean, it can't be more than like, what, 30, 40, 50 feet away from us?
Yeah, it's that scorch mark area, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this thing is.
I don't know if we have time for like tactics and conversation. I kind of want to know what everybody's thoughts are.
I mean, if you want
I
to
think we-
hold your action here until something else happens, you're more than welcome to do so. And you can use your action to talk more, throw out some ideas.
Maybe that's good. Maybe Rue would turn to the others, especially Hugh and Victoria, and say, I think I can get you on or into that dragon if that's where you want to be. But you just have to let me know. I can get you there.
Get me there?
I can afford it.
I don't mind getting up close and stabby.
But it would be a one-way trip. So you have to get out alive.
Life is a one-way trip, friend.
That's the spirit, Hugh.
Alright. Maybe hearing that, I would like to see if I can use that as my action and use a bonus action to convert a level 1 spell slot to a sorcerer pool.
Yeah.
And then Rue would probably back up a good like 10 or 15 feet behind the others, if possible. I don't know if that like dunked me into the water.
Depends on where you would start off. You could be at the edge of water.
Move south, but still have line of sight with this contraption. How about that?
Yeah, easy
10 or
enough
15
done.
feet. Maybe we're like the other, not quite as far south as the one of those connections to the pier.
Okay, so as you come across that, we do come to Garrett's turn, who is going to he's going to hold his action to see what Victoria does. Because he's looking to the rest of you guys for a bit of an idea of what we're doing here.
He's fucking little Bill Spank Bottom, and I don't care to know it.
So as Garrett is watching you all, Victoria, what are you doing?
Ah, man, I was hoping you went first. Okay. Well, I mean, I can kind of guess. So we can see Draconians inside it, kind of operating it. But it's not like wide open to get in there and start killing them.
You see the Draconians operating it, yes. There are areas where you can head inside, and areas where you could kind of draw them out as well.
Okay. And then just one last question. So is it, being that we're pretty sure it's a war machine, does it have like a catapult arm? Does it have like a big stupid mouth that something might come out of? Like what does it look like?
It does have a big stupid mouth that something might come out of, because what you're looking at, it's shaped like a dragon. And
Right,
that's
okay.
why people thought it could have been.
Um,
I love
Can I-
that description, by the way.
Can I wedge my shield in the mouth? Is it too big or too small for that?
The mouth is not currently open.
Oh shit! It opens and pardon my. I already used my curse already. Okay. I'm gonna have to write some IOU for this. All right then. I'm gonna. So am I close enough to get to where there's kind of one of those access points?
I would say that, yeah, because you can start anywhere kind of near the wharf. You could
Okay.
definitely get up to one of those access points.
All right. Okay then. Yeah. Then shield high to ward off any stray stuff. She'll run up to that, and I mean, if she can stab someone or kick some door or something.
I would say that where you're positioned, you would definitely have a visual where you could try and stab one of the guys on the inside.
Yes. Then stabbiness shall be had. Let me roll here. 21 to hit.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. So that's 11. And I'm still doing the 1d4 fire, right?
If you still have the stolen weapon, yeah.
Yeah, stolen. I won that weapon. 4 fire as well. I think that was 15 total.
That is what it looks like to me.
Heck yeah.
Which means that guy's hurting a little bit here. And that means that Derek, also shield high, spear ready, is coming forward towards your side. He does not take an attack at this turn, just running up next to you. He's only got what he can do, which is movement. So he is going to be there with you, and Victoria, you and Derek are both right in front of this as well, firstly, all of you get a +1 to your attack for the rest of the session, thanks to Genbu Knight.
Oh, heck yeah. You're my boy.
So all of your attack rolls will get a +1. But, no, Victoria, you and Derek, up close and personal as you see this happening, the rest of you, what you spot is just the head of this creature, this machine, moving to face the Wharfinger's office, the building that stands further north from where you stand. What Victoria and Derek see, however, is that out of the 4 Draconians that are in here, one of them, the one that you had struck, Victoria, calling out to them that there's trouble outside, these 3 loading, aiming, and then one pulling a lever, firing, and the Wharfinger's office is ignited in seconds, all going to flame. And it is after this that one of the Draconians, the one that was struck, steps out of the boiler drag, ready to try and fight you off, Victoria.
Oh. Have you met my buddy Hugh?
Well, once Hugh gets here. So, that is a 22 to strike at you, Victoria. Now you.
Oh my god.
I do want to just remind you, you did have your Shield of Faith upon you at the end of the last turn.
Which brings my AC to 20.
Right. Just so that way you don't forget. This still hits.
My notes.
That's only going to be 2 points of piercing damage as the short sword strikes at you.
Oh, there's no fire damage?
Oh, not with these guys.
Okay, alright.
Not everyone gets cool fire damage weapons. But that's it for our Draconians. Vash, we come to your turn.
Alright, I want to know if I can do something.
Lay it down.
So what I'm wanting to do is run up to the side of the dragon machine and then potentially cast Thunder Wave towards the head to try and bend it so that it can't go straight forward towards the wharf anymore. It's jam, that's what's happening at the front, but I don't know if that based on the construction of it, I don't know if that's even reasonable.
You know what? I like the sound of this. I think it's ingenious. I will say that 100% you can run up and try and cast the Thunderwave to see if you can... Your intention here is to get the head so that it does not strike against the open wharf. I 100% think that can be done here.
Okay, great. So, what would I roll?
You don't roll anything. I would roll here, perhaps. So. Actually, no.
Like, would it be an Arcana check to see if I can accomplish what I'm trying to do?
No, 100% you can accomplish this. I'm just looking because I want to say that because this is an object, it doesn't really make saves. So... Alright, yeah, so there's no chance of anything dodging out of the way. So... Let us, just roll your damage on that as you run up.
I'll take that.
Alright, so that, what I'm going to do with that is that as it strikes, there is the sound of metal and wood crunching and beginning to shift. You see that the head doesn't quite fall off and does get pushed away. And there is going to be some fun things on my end as repercussions of this action. And I love it.
I love it. Vass is also going to yell out to the others, don't forget about how inspiring I was only a few minutes ago. Because I think 2 people still have Bardic, but I can't remember who.
I believe that it was Victoria and Hugh. I was looking for my notes because I did write it down somewhere. If I find it, I will let you guys know.
Yeah, I don't think Rue has it, so it'll probably be those 2 unless you gave it to Garrett.
That's it for Vass.
Alright, Hugh, we come to
See
your
what are we
turn.
talking about? What?
Alright. So that one draconian who has been wailing
I
on,
have a
is that
body.
accessible for me to run up and stab?
I would say that you are just within range to run up and stab.
Alright. He's been hunter marked, and now he will be hunter stabbed. As a 14 hit. Oh, it's I can apply Bardic to that roll, right? But before you tell me.
You can apply a bardic to that. I'll just say that it's Hugh and Victoria. I know Victoria just said that she had it, and I want to say it's Hugh. So
I remember it from last time. So
Yep.
is that a D6?
you do have a d6.
And you're also plus
Okay.
1. Did you add that?
There it is.
So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's 18 now.
Heck yeah. That will strike.
Alright. That'll be 12 to start. And then Red Bull Strikes for 16. And then Hunter's Mark for 20.
Alrighty. That brings one of the Draconians down. I need Hugh and Victoria to roll for me a Constitution saving throw.
No, I keep forgetting I have to do this. Is this a
12.
Victoria doesn't breathe?
It is not a
Okay. All right.
airborne. I mean, it
Right.
is airborne, but it's not based on you breathing.
This would be 14. You know what? I don't know how high the dip is. I'm gonna add the binding to that.
Yeah, no, totally.
For 19 plus.
All right, 19 total. Both of you are fine as this draconian body bursts into a petrifying gas that billows away as it is defeated. And I believe that is it for Hugh's turn, yeah?
Yep. So I'm gonna say that I did a running, jumping stab to do that 20 bits of damage. And
Heck
then
yeah.
rolled off it as it's had its death throw gas.
Oh, I love it. So, as that goes through, we've got some strange happenings upon the battlefield. From the docks, you have some of the villagers as they are leading into the getting into the ships and the boats and the floats that you all prepared to escape, call out their support, their reassurance for you all, and it is going to be
From the distance, slowly fading away, we hear, "You're doing great."
right? Totally. No, some of them are a lot closer. It is going to be Vash that gets the advantage. So the next attack roll you make will be at advantage.
Me?
Yeah, you Vash.
Nice.
So, with that, Rue, we come to your turn. There is the fire that blazes in the distance, the sound of battle as the invasion continues all around you. What are you doing?
Rue's like, he just backed off, not sure what's going on, and the kids just all like charged in headstrong. He just kind of like shakes his head. What am I gonna do with them? They're just trying to get themselves killed. Is there only one Draconian that came out of this?
Only one came out, yeah.
Can I see any others?
You can see the others within the machine as they are now sort of finagling their way to get out.
Maybe while they're still bunched up, let's do the old bread and butter. Rue's gonna, I think he should be within 60 feet. He's gonna call down the radiant light of the moon and cast a sacred flame on the closest one, and also have it hit one that's 5 feet from that one.
Yeah, easily. Alrighty. You got deck saves on that, yeah?
Yeah, DC 13 dex.
Oh no! That is a natural one. And a 4.
Do you want separate damage rolls?
Separate, please.
Yeah. So the first one will take 5 radiant,
Heck yeah.
and the second one will take a whopping 2 radiant. But damage is damage.
Damage is damage, and that's 2 more damage than they were before.
Exactly. Don't really have anything good bonus action wise, but I think that Rue would probably stay where he is.
Ooh, we like
Far
a
enough
distance.
far enough out of range, hopefully not to get hit by anything, but not too far that he can help support the kids.
So, as you stay where you are, eyes upon this, and everything sort of backlit by the fire, it is going to be Darrett's turn, and as he stands next to Victoria and now Hugh, he's going to make a stab inward and try and strike that last Draconian that was not hit by the moonlight to see if we can get all of them damaged. Oh no! Darrett also gets a natural one. So as his spear is going forward to try and strike in one of the empty areas, his foot slides on some of the broken rubble, and it looks like either blood or water here. Hard to say in the fires as his footing slips, and he does fall prone here in this moment. Victoria.
Okay. So one of them came out
And that
Does
was
that
the
mean
one.
There's a way in.
Yeah, you see a way in.
I don't know how smart this is. Maybe I'm pulling a Hugh, but I will move inside and try and stab one of these guys from the inside.
All right, it's very
Maybe
cramped
make
in
the
here,
mechanic a little.
but
Oh.
100% you can move around and try and take a stab.
Stab. One for you. Let's get a 20 to hit.
Ooh, most definitely.
Okay, so that's 10 plus 1d4 fire is 1d4. You're a rock star. Plus 1.
All right, so that's 11. And that strikes into this guy. He's looking pretty roughed up here, but still in fighting condition. Do you do anything else, Victoria?
I have nothing else to do.
Okay. It is going to be our Draconian's go here. And it is lit. Takes one action to aim it, another to fire it. Okay, so two of them are going to try and move to aim it. It struggles, the head doesn't move, and when the other goes to try and fire it, we've got an increased chance.
God.
It does
I
not
shouldn't have gone
explode,
inside.
so unable to strike directly at the wharf, unable to, and it does function correctly. There's just the fire that is set off, blocking off the street. People shriek as it means that there's more danger around the corner, and then there's one left that's going to try and strike at you, Victoria. It's the one that you hit. I think that seems appropriate. But a 5 is just striking against your shield. It doesn't actually reach you, and you're fine. Vash, we do come to your turn.
Alright. So there's one draconian or two that's currently outside the contraption.
None are currently outside of it, but you can see inside where, it's not like it's like a fully covered machine. There's a lot of openings, so you can be outside of it and strike something that's inside.
Does it look like there's one main guy that's controlling the levers and things?
There is one guy that seems to be controlling the fire lever.
Alrighty. Could you have that draconian make a wisdom save, DC 13?
He's not a very wise guy. And that's gonna be a 3.
I love that for him. So he hears a discordant melody and takes some psychic damage.
Ooh, that is a lot of psychic damage there. Okay.
And he needs to move as far away from me as possible.
Which means that he is pushing through Victoria and the rest of the other guys here, bursting out of the hole. Victoria, you do have a reaction here if you would like to make an opportunity attack.
Yeah. 13.
Unfortunately, the 13 does not strike. You catch just the tail of his cloak as he rushes through. But now we have another Draconian on the outside of the boiler track. With that, Vass, anything else upon your turn?
So now that I'm assuming the flames have stopped coming out of the contraption towards the street.
Yeah, so the flames are, they only last for like a turn anyway, so it's like a large gout of it.
Okay. Is there now enough things on fire that it's blocking villagers from coming in that direction?
The only thing that's really massively on fire is still the Warfinger's office, which does present a detriment. People don't want to get too close, as this is, but there is open space for people to get through.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's gonna be it for Gus.
Alright. With that, it is Hugh, your turn, and you saw one of the Draconians rush outside.
Okay. Is there anyone I can hit by flanking? Or is it just equally available targets at this point?
They're all kind of equally available at this point, because you've got the two that are inside, and it's a tight, cramped space in there, and then the one that is fleeing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go after the other one. The one that hasn't been attacked so far, the only one left that controls. I'm gonna try and occupy him.
Okay.
Oh, and I also Hunter's Mark him before I move in for the attack.
Easily done.
So, okay, 21.
Oh, for sure hits.
Okay. So that will be 8.
Okay.
And 3 for 11.
Alright.
And 17.
Ooh, alrighty. So, as your blade cuts through, this figure, barely wounded until you show up, as you strike into him, you watch the shifting of skin turned to stone once more, and the creature bursts into gas. It is Hugh, and it is Victoria, and then the Draconian that have to make this Constitution save.
You cut out when you were saying which one I said.
Hugh, Victoria, and the Draconian.
Somebody. Ooh, 7.
Okay, so Hugh, you are fine. Victoria, you begin to feel tight as your skin grows stiff, your muscles freezing. You can see those flakes of stone beginning to appear upon you, as well as on the other Draconian, as he also fails. So,
And what is that mechanically? What's that do?
you are restrained and are on the way to becoming petrified, potentially.
Ain't that small.
But, that is bonus action from Hugh with partial movement. Do you use any other movement here, Hugh? If not, we've got our fray.
Hugh was talking, but he's muted.
Oh no!
I'll just move and help Victoria with the last one inside to see if I can set up a flank or something.
Alright, you move, a flank could be possible with some maneuvering from, getting Victoria, and the Draconian is in tight fit, but, you set that up as a possibility here. And, from the outside of battle that comes to affect your portion of it, I'm going to ask for Rue to make me a dexterity saving throw, as overhead you have a Draconian flying, and he drops something that seems to glow with fire from within.
Oh, that's never good.
As you roll out of the way, it crashes on the ground, and you see a small flame as it hits the stone. And Rue, it is your turn.
Is that one that's flying overhead one that is now part of this combat, or did
No.
it like go off?
Yeah, no, it was just like a random encounter. It just flew overhead and continued going on his own way.
He just like shakes his head again. His hair's kind of like wisping, with a mind of its own. How far away then is Victoria? I assume I could see.
Victoria
Oh no,
is...
she's inside.
Yeah, Victoria's inside. You can see one of the Draconians as it did rush away from, Vash.
Yeah, let's try a we call down the light of the moon, one of them on that, cast a sacred flame on that one, and then after that start moving in toward the siege weapon to get a better view, since I can't see anyone now.
Oh, he's so close to passing. That was a 12. Go ahead, roll your damage.
Ooh, that's terrible damage. Wow.
Alright, 1 damage. It's still 1 damage that he feels heavily, as he was heavily wounded before. And as you begin to move forward, do you do anything else, Rue?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I probably get most of the way up to the siege weapon.
Okay.
I have 25 feet of movement, so
Yeah.
short legs, you know.
So as you close that distance there, Darrett is going to pull himself off the ground, and he's also going to rush after the one on the outside, take his chances here, see if he can actually hit, and just manages to do so. It is still a little shaky on his footing, and it's not the best amount of damage, but hey, damage is damage here. So that'll be... Damn. And with that, Victoria, we come to your turn.
Okay. So my speed is 0. If there's anyone within reach, I'll slash them.
That would be the other creature who is restrained as well, so you had a straight roll against him.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. For 10 plus the old 3 points of fire.
Alright, that one also is going to turn to stone, and
Yeah.
I need for Hugh and Victoria to make for me a
Yeah,
Constitution
yeah.
save.
Yeah.
And
Oh, 20. Okay. Okay.
Alright, so Hugh, you feel your body begin to stiffen up. You can see the flakes of stone beginning to appear as you are starting to... you get a little restrained and start to turn.
And Hugh's inside now too, right?
Hugh was inside.
Yeah.
Now, Victoria, I need you to make me another con save to fight against the previous round again. Come on.
19.
19. You shake off the restraint. You're no longer restrained, and you are no longer in any sort of fear of petrification.
Huzzah!
So, you've got...
I'm afraid.
Well, you should be afraid of it just in general, but in the current moment, you're fine. But there's only one left. It's the one outside. Victoria, that was the end of your turn. It is now our Draconians go. Draconian, no longer compelled to run, turns around and pushes past Darrett, aiming for you guys. You hear the growl, and that is a natural 20 to strike you.
Okay. Is any of this fire damage?
The first thing you're supposed to say is so retarded.
Unfortunately, this is not fire damage.
That is unfortunate.
And you are looking at... that's going to be 7 points of piercing damage as the blade cuts into your side.
Ow.
Vash, it's your turn.
Great, so Bass has this draconian all up in his face,
Yes.
right? Alright, well, he's going to draw his dual scimitars.
Alrighty.
Start whacking at this guy.
Now, do recall your next attack roll is at advantage because of the
Okay.
villager.
Right. So +1 would be a 17.
Alright, that strikes.
Minimum damage of 3 points.
Okay, he's still standing, still snarling at you.
And with his second attack, that's a 19.
Definitely hits.
And another minimum of 3 damage. He's getting used to these scimitars, guys. He'll get the hang of them eventually.
Now, Vass, I need you to roll for me a Constitution saving throw as this creature begins to turn to stone in front of you and then break apart. As the gas strikes into you, you can feel it tingling along your skin, but you resist the restraint and the petrification. You do not begin to turn to stone.
Vance hasn't inhaled some interesting things before, so this is not anything to him.
As you best these creatures and Hugh, can you go ahead and make for me another con save? Yeah, you shake it
17.
off. You're fine. You roll that are within the boiler drac can make your way out as you're beginning to try and survey the situation after this. There is a crash as the exterior wall, one of them, of the brass crab shatters outward. You see a 10-foot tall brute wearing black scale armor emerge from the inn. You see that this figure holds a barrel of fish under one arm. This hulking figure filling her mouth with a fistful of the wriggling fish. You see behind her two reptilian soldiers. Them next, this ogre says, as she gestures with a half-bitten fish in your direction. And the soldiers move forward obediently. We are going to roll another initiative here.
Hugh cries out, "Madame, did you pay for that?"
I think they've got a lot more to pay for than just a barrel of fish.
That wall.
Alrighty, so... oh, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, God, don't say that.
Here's our Draconians first. Our two soldiers that rush forward obediently. Afterwards, it will be Rue, our lovely Olga. After that, we have Victoria. We have Hugh. And we have Vass and Darrett. So, following their orders, these two soldiers, Draconians, come rushing forward, and since they are coming from the south northward, Rue, you would be one of the closer figures. So, one heading towards Rue, one heading towards Vash, but prepared for all of you to come striking towards them. A 6 will miss Vass, but a 21, I believe, will hit Rue.
Yes, it will.
And Rue, that is going to be 4 points of piercing damage as the short sword stabs downwards towards your chest. And Rue, it is now your turn.
So they're coming from the south. The building on fire is to the north.
Right, so the Wharfinger's office is to the north. They're coming from the Brass Crab, which is to the south. Or really, it's more closer to the west. A little southwest, but more west than southwest. If you're looking at the map. You don't see it in your battle map.
Right. I kind of want to try something interesting here. You can tell me if I could do this. I'd really like to try and twin spell Vortex warp both of them into the burning building. Like, into a place I can see inside the building to, like, trap them inside the burning building. If that's possible mechanically with all of my abilities.
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
No.
Because I don't like that they just ran up and right in my face either.
Heck yeah. So, is that a save on their part?
Yeah, they do have to make saves, so that's the contingency here. It's a DC 13 con save for both.
Okay, so as you call upon the magic of the moons, all three of them, to try and bend fate to your will, pushing them towards the fire of the Wharfinger's office. That is a 7 from the first one. And a 12 from the second.
Nice. It's a DC 13.
So they both fail. You send them into the fire.
Sweet.
Alright.
I have no idea what that even looked like, other than just magically disappear from in front of me and appear inside this building.
So as you grab them,
screaming starts.
Vash, you see the one in front of you for a moment as it tries to strike you, and then it is wrapped in a cloud of magic, and then shunts it elsewhere, and there is damage that is being done to them. Cool. That is a failure. That is a success, so one of them does take fire damage as they are in the burning building now. And that is not something that someone likes here. So the ogre, Fuel Master Golcog, is not happy at you, Rue.
Yeah, can I use my movement to back up more towards my teammates, maybe even behind them?
Yeah, as you move behind your...
like, look up and run.
Yeah, so as you move behind your teammates, the Viewmaster comes forward, and as that happens, it is going to... who would you have hid behind?
I'm called out to him. Cower behind me, friend gnome.
Yeah, Hugh. Sure.
So, with that, Hugh, you see that Golcog comes up to you, barrel full of fish, and she will take the fish that she's eating and smack down towards you.
Okay.
Awesome.
And
Is that a mackerel that she's using?
Go ahead, take an inspiration point for that. That is a 25 to hit you, Hugh.
Ooh, I take it. I attempt to parry and fail.
And that's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so what do I do for concentration save for maintaining my hunter's mark?
That will be a Constitution saving throw, and you want a 10.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. So that is Golcog. That is the end of her turn. Victoria, it comes to you. You have the Draconians burning in the Wharfinger's office. You have this ogre that stands menacingly with her barrel of fish. What would you like to do?
God, I hate this. Okay, I'm gonna circle around the ogre to get a flank with you,
Yeah, go for it.
and then I guess we'll try some smacky smack. Well, I was really hoping for nat 20, but 17.
17 will strike.
Okay, so 12 plus the fire of 16 damage.
Alrighty, so, yeah, 16 damage into Golkag. She is looking over at you now, growling, and
Don't look at me. You brought this on yourself.
do you do anything else on your turn, Victoria?
Bonus. I don't really have a lot of bonus action abilities here. So, I do. No.
Okay. So, as Victoria, your turn comes to an end. Hugh, we come to you. You are in a flank with Victoria.
Alright, I said, my friend netted the small fry. Now it's time to spear the big fish. Oh, I'm glad I have the flank. Oh, a hubris.
So, as you try and take a stab, it goes into the barrel. As you pull out, there's a small bit of brine and water that comes out. I'm not done with that. Do you do anything else, Hugh?
I guess I would have put my hunter's mark on her, but yeah,
Alright, no worries.
that will open it.
Oh no, did we lose?
We lost a cable.
Oh, cable's back.
Audio.
There we go.
Cable was unplugged.
Cable was unplugged. Go ahead and take an inspiration for that. Oh man. Oh. I
I'm rolling
must.
Dead Space cable.
So, as Hugh, your turn comes to an end. Vass, we come to you.
Alright. So I guess Vass will run up to the side.
Alright.
Ogre. And try and hit with his scimitars. Now, he's not in a flank, but the ogre is flanked. So do I get advantage in this situation?
No, because you're not part of the flanked. So it's those that are within the flank get the advantage.
Well, an 11.
So, as you come up, I'm imagining you're coming up barrel side just because of the positioning of everything. And, you see the anger upon this figure's face as someone else strikes the barrel. I said, I'm not done! And this ogre just roars. And it's gonna be Darrett's turn. Oh, that's right, you've got your bonus action.
It's a 24.
The 24 definitely strikes.
I did more than minimum damage, guys, this time. I see I'm getting better with these scimitars.
Heck yeah. So, as Golkag turns to bellow at you, you take that opportunity, you slash just across, and you get the collar area where it is not protected by this armor. Darrett is going to rush forward and close that flank with you, Vass, so your next attack will be at an advantage. And he's going to take the dodge action right now, but try and intimidate, pull attention away from you as he slams his spear against his shield. And with that, it is our Draconian's turn. They are going to start off in the fire. Oh, that is a horrible roll. Oh, terrible rolls for both of them. Oh, and that's nasty fire damage. They take full environmental fire damage as they try and burst their way out of this area. It's going to take all action and movement because difficult terrain for them to get out of this. But they are now out of the fire. They are wounded with burns. and they are angry. But, Rue, it is your turn.
Hopefully they're not too angry at me. I'm going to move as far away from them as possible now, probably over towards the wharfs.
Okay.
And I guess I was behind you. As long as it doesn't trigger an opportunity attack from them.
No, you're fine.
Okay. So then let's do that. Are they perhaps within 5 feet of one another?
They are 100% within 5 feet of one another.
You know that they would like to get a little Twin Moon Sacred Flame action. And so let's have them both make DC 13 dex saves. Fall down the light of 2 of the moons.
That's the second natural one on one of these guys' saves in the same turn. The other one failed as well.
Rough night for them. So one will take 5 radiant damage, and the
Okay.
other will take max 8 radiant damage.
Okay, now they're both rocking at the same level of damage here, so they are both heavily wounded. That is, now they're definitely looking angrily at you, Rue.
You know.
So, it is, Golkag's turn, at the end of that, and pulling a fresh fish from the barrel is going to, try and strike at Victoria, actually, with the way that the momentum works. And that is a 22 to strike you, Victoria.
That'll hit.
For 10 points of bludgeoning damage as this fish just smacks you right across the face. And Victoria, it is now your turn.
Does this ogre look terribly inconvenienced by everything we've done to it?
It's Golkak's still in fighting condition. She's not really giving way. You do definitely see the blood and the wounds from your attacks, but perhaps it is a battle rage or devotion that drives her. She doesn't seem like she's getting into. It looks like she's committed towards the end.
Oh, okay. You know what? Let's just go for broke anyway. Okay, so I'm going to feel like I do have advantage, but let's. Oh yeah, okay. Let's. I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite.
Oh, I love it.
In my last spell slot, and then so I have advantage to hit from the flank. Let's do this. Oh my god, 16.
16 will strike her.
Okay, so that's minimum damage. So that's a 5 normal plus a 1d4 fire, and then which came out to a 2, I think. Yeah, and then the Thunderous Smite is 2d6. Let's just roll, man. For 8 damage. Now she has to make a strength DC 13 or get pushed 10 feet and knocked prone.
That is a 19 on her strength save.
Yeah. Alright.
So, she roars in your face, Victoria.
And we're all deafened by a massive crack of thunder. Not actually deafened.
Yeah, no, it's just, it rings out as your blade strikes and flares that fire. And Hugh, we come to your turn. You are in a flank.
Alright. Madame, you seem to have missed my point. How do I roll?
Oh no! Oh!
I'm gonna burn that inspo. Yeah. What on earth?
What?
What
Are the odds? Oh man. I didn't even say anything because I was too afraid to jinx it.
Oh, I forgot we had the +1 to attack.
Oh man. So, unfortunately, that does not strike, and, it seems that even though you have tried to strike her, her attention's not quite on you. still very kind of furious with Victoria for the most recent aggression. But do you do anything else on your turn, Hugh?
Nope, I do not.
Alrighty. Then we will come to Vass.
Well, I'm going to attack twice with my scimitars with advantage. 24.
Oh, most definitely.
Minimal damage again. Oops, I didn't roll with advantage that time. Let me roll it again. That will be an 18.
That hits.
And minimal damage again. I think that's 4 times now.
What are the odds? Oh my goodness.
Vogler's a tough cookie.
So, as your blades strike in a whirling dervish here, it is going to then be Jarrett's turn after you, and will continue trying to draw attention over to him from Golkag. He's actually going to put in an intimidation roll. Hey! Fish for brains! Look at me! He gets a natural 20. So Golkag turns her attention away from Vash and Victoria with a fury over at Jarrett, who stands with a shield ready. And it is our Draconians. Both heavily wounded, both angry, and both charging at Eru. The first strike misses. That is a 9. The second one is a 14.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast shield and make that miss.
Alright, so as this creature comes close, as you see the blade coming towards you, a glimmering arcane shield comes in between you and the blade before it can even pierce you, but it is close. And that's it for our Draconians. Rue, it is your turn. They are both there in your face.
I don't want to do a ranged spell attack because that would be disadvantaged then, I think. I think we're gonna triple down and call down the light of the moon on both of them again and pray that the moons answer me. Have to make a DC 13 dex save again.
First one makes a 19.
Okay.
The second one, so close to rolling a natural 20, but that is an 8.
So then we will take... you know what? Let's use Empowered Spell to re-roll that damage. I think, actually, I do not have a sorcery point. Never mind.
Alright.
I do not have a sorcery point.
No
So it's
worries. So as he takes that, there's a snap of his head with a aggression as he growls low. He is still standing. And Golkag, with all her fury, raises her fish mallet and brings it down towards Darrett. Oh wait, yeah, no, that was Rue's turn. That's right. I thought I had skipped over you.
And I'm not moving because I don't want to trigger any opportunity attacks, and I don't think I have anything worthy of a bonus action.
So, Darrett, prepared for Golkag's aggression, raises a shield, and there is the sickening sound of a fish splattering just because of force and impact. There is the smell of the fish guts everywhere, salt and brine, and Golkag's gonna need another fish. But she just licks the muck and chum off of her hand. As Victoria, it comes to your turn.
What the fuck? God, okay. So... Not you, right? No, okay. So the draconians on Rue are away from us.
Correct.
Oh,
There's, I would say, about maybe 20 feet between where you are and where the draconians are.
right. Okay. So there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm going to smack this ogre again. Yes. 23 to hit
Oh, for sure.
for 12 normal and big money. 3 fire. Almost max damage.
Alright. Golkag is lilting to the side, heavy with her weight. Many wounds upon her, but still standing here in this moment. Anything else from you, Victoria?
That's it for me.
Hugh, we come to you. You are in a flank. You got that advantage.
Why are you so slippery? 16 hit.
That will hit.
I forgot we had that +1.
17 hit.
Yeah, still hits.
9. Open. Okay, 12 damage.
12 damage. Hugh, would you like to paint for me a picture here?
Alright, having swung wildly multiple times, failed, Hugh draws back and goes full Eldritch Terror and there's a stab right into her like back of her leg to cause her to drop, and then a second stab when she falls, second stab to the head.
Beautiful.
And as he's frustrated, he glares at her down and pouring psychic fear into her as she dies.
As the body drops, so too does the barrel of fish spilling out along the wharf and the docks here. As Hugh, your turn, I believe, will come to an end there. Vash, we come to you. There are 2 Draconians that still stand upon Rue. What are you doing?
Okay, so firstly, before it was my turn, could Bass use his reaction to dance away from the falling fish that are going everywhere and splattering?
Yeah, why not? Make me a deck save.
And then he'll... Okay, great. That's a better
Careful what
feeling.
you.
Yeah,
There you
you
go.
dance away, barely getting any of the water upon your boots.
Fantastic. So he'll run over and help his buddy Rue, and he should be able to get into a flank.
Oh yeah, you can get into a flank with Rue.
Fabulous. So that's a 24,
Alright.
doing 4 points of damage.
That is one of them down, and as that happens, you see the flesh turn to stone and break apart into that gas. I need both Rue and Vass to make me a con save. Vash, you're fine, but Rue, you feel your muscles tighten and freeze. You can see the flecks of stone upon your skin as you are restrained.
Is
Vash?
the second one close enough for Vass to get his offhand attack in?
Yes.
That will be a dirty 20.
That hits.
Alright. Minimal damage again!
That's another con save as this creature turns to stone and breaks apart. Alright, you're both fine on this one, and with that, you have you are no longer bound by initiative. Just because it amuses me. Rue, can you make me another con save?
Hey, 19.
You shake off the effects that would soon lead to a petrification, and you are fine. But as you are finished with this battle, as you feel the immediate tension release from the air. Vogler still burns. It seems that most of the Draconians that remain focus on looting the village. Villagers have enough time here to evacuate. As you are paying attention to this, you see waiting at the end of the pier, you see Mayor Raven and two familiar faces, Hope and Alamar. Hope and Alamar are lower. They are in a boat. They seem to be waiting. Mayor Raven looking for you all and waving you all to come forward as the last remaining boats are setting off. This is the last boat.
Oh, okay.
And Darrett's with us, and he's okay, right?
Darrett's with you. He's a little hurt, but he's not in any sort of immediate crisis.
Yeah. Victoria is bleeding from a crap ton of wounds, and she'll with looking pretty tired. Start making her way towards the boat.
Okay.
Just like constantly keeping her head up, making sure that they're not being targeted.
Mm-hmm.
Who follows? He does not have any scratches, but he does have a welt and fish shape and smells of the fish. From the one time he did get that.
Right. Just everyone's covered in that saltwater smell.
A shape bruise is going to develop in like a couple days.
As you all make your way over and are climbing into the boat, you hear a voice call out, "Hold the boat!" It rasps. You see the smoke-shrouded street, a man running, stumbling almost through the haze towards the wharf. You see that he's clad in the armor of an ironclad regiment mercenary and grips a horned helmet in his hand.
Oh no!
If any of you would like to roll a perception check here to see if you can spot. Oh, Rubo.
20.
For sure.
All
right. Yeah, you all can spot and recognize that this is Jaev Veldruz, Cudgel's lieutenant, as he stumbles closer once more. "Hold the boat!"
Yeah, I'll Victoria will step out and try and, I don't know, maybe if there's a rope or whatever from the boat to try and hold it.
Yeah. So, as he stumbles in, holding on to the helmet, breathing heavily, you all are able to set off, and you watch. It is crowded in this boat. It is you, your full party, Jaev, Hope, Alamar, Darrett, and the box that Becklin had asked for you all to grab for Darrett. Vogler is in flames. Amid the columns of smoke rising from the village, invaders loot what remains. You see Hope and Alamar staring intently at the ruin, tears running down and carving the way through the blood and soot on Hope's face, revealing that, again, milky complexion that is dirtied in this night.
I feel like as dirtied up as she is too, Victoria's probably, because she also saw what the lieutenant was bringing back, is probably shedding a tear or two, a rose-colored tear or two.
Vogler is nothing more than a red-black smear along the river's edge as you all continue the escape. The evacuation boats carry all that remain of Vogler down the Vingaard toward an uncertain sanctuary in Kalaman. You have some time here, floating along the river, to mourn and perhaps to ask what is next as Vogler burns in the distance.
Derek, that box Becklin left for you for when we finally got over the town.
This is it. As he looks around to all of you, it seems that he... Should I open it? Now.
I think so.
Seems right. Got some time. Easier than transporting it around if it's something you can end up putting on. Where's her witch?
As you say this, uncertain eyes head to the helmet in Jayev's grasp. But Derek nods and opens the box. It takes a bit of effort as he uses his spear as almost to act as a crowbar. But no, I wanted that. And you see, as the lid is removed, a suit of plate armor, filigreed with Salamnic knotwork. There's no note, no instructions, but it does, at least upon your eyes, seem to be fitted for Derek. Matches about his size.
Victoria will put an arm over her shoulder. Well done, well done. I think you got promotion.
You casually nudges him in the ribs and he says, "You know, if you don't want that, I'll take it off your hands."
You see a smile, just kind of grace Derek. I'll have to try it on first. See if it fits. And a solemn look as he stares down at this gift.
Okay, does he seem like he's gonna be trying to put it on now, or?
No, he's
okay.
Not trying to put it on now. He's just looking at it.
Okay, I'll turn to the lieutenant. I'll be like, okay, what can you tell us?
It does no good to try and hide that things are bad. I was at the front lines with Cudgel and Becklin. And, I was sent to warn you all that the defenses failed.
Oh, was he the guy that got jumped by a draconian?
No.
Oh, okay, alright. Oh shit, you notice us leaving him to die?
She had handed this off to me. It's a bit of proof that it was truly her words. And so I ran as quick as I could, and something compelled me for a moment to look over my shoulder. I know that Cudgel was orchestrating a retreat. The Ironclad Regiment, they scattered, but Becklin, it wasn't as good for her. I saw her captured by the Red Dragon Army.
Still alive.
When I left, and I hope that it stays that way. Were you hoping for something different?
No, I like Victoria assumed she was dead.
Oh, yeah. So... I don't know what happened to the rest. Hopefully they got away fine, that the retreat worked.
Where were they going? Where were they retreating to? Is there somewhere maybe we can take some boats to meet them?
I don't know, I was already ascending on my way.
Okay.
Or just anywhere safe that they could get.
Kalaman is a natural rally point for anyone around this area.
And I know that that's where we'll be.
Like, it is a walled city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this was like a fishing town, but that's like an honest to God city.
Yeah, Kalaman
Yeah.
is an honest god city, and both Rue and Vass can attest to this, as this is where they came from.
If you're looking to meet up with someone and you don't know where you are or where they're going, the best thing to do is go to the most obvious location.
Well, I think with all these displaced people and the news of war, that really is the only choice. We need to get words to them.
So, you will know that you have the rest of the night before you reach Kalaman.
Oh man.
There's time to attend to your most immediate wounds. There's time to rest, to converse on what your next steps will be.
Bruce, when some of that's happening, just in general, Rue's been using prestidigitation to clean people up as well. Assuming they don't want to look battered and bloodied and bruised.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to be
one-
bloody, you can stay bloody.
The side effect of Hugh's Fey powers is that he has a pleasant smell that comes with him. So after smithing himself as the fish, it kind of gets magically replaced with the odor of cinnamon.
It's just preferable to smackerel.
Amazing. So, you do hear along the Vingaard the cries of those that are displaced. None so clear as those figures that are nearby to you. Hope and Alamar, some of the first faces you had seen in Vogler.
Oh, and the mayor's in the same boat, right?
And the mayor is with you as well. You have yourselves, Darrett, Mayor Raven, Hope, and Alamar.
Rue is still wearing the.
Metaphorically, literally in the same boat as us.
Rue's still wearing the same outfit that Hope made for him. That goldenrod doublet, sleeveless doublet.
I'm assuming that you would offer the prestidigitation to the villagers as well that are present.
Yeah, anyone on the boat
Yeah. Okay.
or boats, I guess.
You only have the one boat that is like immediate around you. The others are kind of a little bit ahead.
A little scattered.
Yeah. You're all heading to the same place.
I mean, if they're 10 feet away, I can get them.
Yeah. As you
Don't worry,
are
hold that baby over the water.
offering the prestidigitation to Hope, you see again the tears upon her face have cut rivers upon her cheeks, and she reaches out and just presses a gentle hand to trace the shoulder of the vest. And it seems that I made this much longer ago than the mere days that it was.
There's going to be more long days ahead of us.
I can well imagine. Thank you for what you have done. You came as friends, visitors. You became heroes. And now war has been brought to all of us. Alamar kind of reaches over, leans in against Hope, the two kind of drawing in a physical comfort here. Alamar looks to you all. You're good folk. I knew that from the moment that you helped. And he looks over to Vass and to Rue. You, I know that you guys are going to do a lot of good in this world. I'm glad to have been able to see just a little bit of it.
Well, we're not saying goodbye yet.
No, we have many hours this night still in company, Mayor Raven says. Though I am sure that many of you would like to take some rest.
Oh,
Rue's looking forward to like a night on the water with this open sky above him and the moon. And whoever wants to listen to him, he would like explain all about the moons.
Speaking about the moons and a night on
Oh,
the
no.
water, it is not required, but if you would like, you can set up a watch just to make sure things go well.
and Victoria's slipping very rapidly into rest, but she'll say before she goes, she'll say that ready for my watch. She
As
pulls
in
her cloak
Victoria
around.
always last.
I mean, the one time we've had watch, yeah.
Yeah. Always. It's canon.
Look,
When I
He was
to,
on first, Rue was second.
so, we've got first watch. Victoria will be on third, for sure. Who is Hugh going to be on first, or does someone else volunteer?
He was always on first.
All right, so Hugh's first watch. Rue, do you want second or Vash?
Rue likes the middle of the night usually because it's like the deepest into the night.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think Vass is going to be able to get a sleep right away, so I think he'd volunteer to double up on the first watch.
All right. Hugh and Vash doubling up on the first watch. And we'll have Jarrett on third. And then we'll do Mayor Raven. Oh no. Sirenscape. I'm gonna work on getting her back up. But we'll have Mayor Raven do second watch with Rue. Alright. So, as the night begins to settle after such a intense battle and evening, Alamar and Hope, as well as the others whose watches do not start just quite yet, find an uneasy rest, but one that is welcoming nonetheless. As Vass and Hugh, you stay and begin your watch. Go ahead, roll for me perception checks, please.
Vass is nothing if not consistently poor on his perception check.
Assume Vass is too self-absorbed to really notice much of anything.
He's busy. He's got lots of songs to sing now.
Shots fired.
Alrighty. So,
Sharing a moonlit boat with that sick mayor.
yeah, look, she's a master fisherman for a reason, you know? Gotta build them up the muscles.
I don't see Vass's result popping up. So
I
I'm not
just
sure if
refreshed it.
That's
Okay.
a 5.
I got a 5.
Yeah. Sometimes it does the weird thing where I have to go in and like manually refresh because it's not pulling real time. But like I have the app open at the same time where I'm like, okay, so I know what the real rolls are actually there. It's just not pulling. So the night seems to be quiet, save for the sound of those few that are still awake rowing, and the river naturally carrying your boats down towards Kalaman. You, both Vash and Hugh, can see still the fires that alight the sky, though Vogler is in the distance. You can just barely smell the smoke over the fresh water. It is really all that you notice, Vash. Hugh, you can pick up on the smaller sounds, the fish that are awake, that jump, or disturbed by the amount of vessels out this evening, the buzz of insects upon the air, and the moons and stars that seem dull and distant. Vass, Hugh, what does your watch look like?
Well, Hugh takes out a whetstone and works on maintaining his blade, and takes a casual glance over at Vass's scimitars after he's done. Just kind of grabs them and starts doing them for him.
I think Vass just can't take his eyes off of the horizon behind them.
And then Hugh hands the back and says, "They're blades. You're supposed to sharpen them. That's why you weren't doing as much damage."
Thanks for the helpful tip. So Vass, I think, would have spent the watch mostly in silence, because he's just trying to process everything that happened and just can't, like I said, can't take his eyes away from this guy behind him.
Makes sense. Vash, As you look and watch the horizon behind you, so much of what you've been doing is facing ahead, moving towards your next goal. From escaping the fog, to finding your path here in this new world, to traveling to the different settlements. It's always been facing ahead. You think this is one of the few times where you spend a lot of time looking back. Hugh, a whetstone in hand and a blade is the sort of chore that you are comfortable with. It takes the mind, you know the results of what you're looking for. And it allows your thoughts to wander. To wander. Do you think of home? Not too far from Vogler, but you have confidence in your people. You can't stop a war from coming to their doorsteps, but you believe that they are well enough trained, well enough fortified, and with enough fight in their heart to at least keep their own ground. Who knows when you'll be able to see that place once more. Save for the burning of Vogler, there is not much else that happens on your watch. It passes by with ease, no other ambushes or attacks. Hugh and Vass, you're able to make up Raven and Drew for the second watch.
I was already awake.
I'm imagining like a small snore. Someone wakes you up, Brew, and Brew's like, I was already awake.
Now the question is, did I wake myself up or not?
So, Rue, you are awake, as is Mayor Raven. Mayor Raven does not take much in looking back. You catch it a few times, these glimpses, long, but mostly her attention is forward, steering the boat, making sure that it stays on course. Rue, if you could, please make for me a perception check.
Nice, 22.
22. Good. Rue, what does your watch look like?
If she's steering the boat, I imagine he probably would move back to sit kind of next to her and just also look forward with her, occasionally looking up. Maybe try and commiserate with her a little bit about her village and the loss. Maybe comfort her. Because I think he knows it would be hard for her to lose the town that she was the leader of, effectively. And also knows that she has to look out, in some ways is responsible for looking out for the villagers that remain.
Vogler has been my home. I was raised there. My family has been there for years. But my commitment isn't to the location or its history. It's to them. And she motions to the other boats. This is tragedy. We've all been wounded and we all face loss. But if it was not for you, if not for your efforts, we would have lost many more. Perhaps all. The road ahead is long. It's difficult. But you all have shown me much more in your few days of leadership than I think even you might realize.
Just worried there's gonna be a lot more loss ahead of us. I know there will be.
It is war. I think it is best to expect more loss, but still work to prevent it, to provide that hope.
Agreed. I think that's all we can do now. Every life saved, every house saved, every person. Just, it's a victory in itself.
If you carry those victories, as well as you carry that vest of light, as she nods to the golden-colored vest, bright even here in the darkest portion of the night. Perhaps then the people will have reason to hope with each new dawn.
Alright, we just got a new name or nickname out of that. Sweet. Mayor, what do you think that you'll do when we get to Kalaman? Do you have a plan, idea, or anything that we could help with?
The first thing would be alerting those in positions of power that war is coming, that they struck us and can only be on the way to Kalaman. The second, I will be focused on finding my people places where they can rest their head, ways that they can make fulfilling lives to not be falling into grief. And I will be doing the best that I can to assist them.
It makes sense to Rue.
And you, hero of Vogler, what do you plan to do when you reach the city?
Honestly, haven't thought that far ahead. I just hope that we reach the city unscathed. But I believe speaking with the leadership could probably be helpful as well. Need to learn more about these forces that we encountered. Who commands them, where they come from, where they are, who else's homelands they're threatening.
If you plan to be so close to leadership, then a word of caution for you and yours. I have seen and heard tale of your exploits, the shifting of fate, molding it to your will. There are people out there who keep a close eye on such happenings.
Understood. Rue has an idea that he knows what she means after a century of life.
Oh, no doubt you would have heard of the mages of high sorcery, but it's nothing you've ever had to deal with. Until now. Potentially.
Have you seen my friend Vass here cast some wonderful spells?
Just shows up with like a badge, flips it like the like an officer, and it's like, alright, you're coming with us.
Sass does have a badge.
You do! A silver 5-star badge. Or 5-pointed star badge.
Excellent.
Yeah.
If you get enough paint
Don't
on
worry,
it.
I'll keep us out of I'll keep us out of jail. That's no problem.
You know, I was just thinking that if you get like ink or paint, you could try and recreate the Takisa symbol and like just kind of have that as like a quick flash.
Just in case.
Just in case. Probably not the best idea, but it is an idea. So. Rue, do you seek out any more interaction upon your watch with Mayor Raven?
No, I think he'd start like looking up at the moon, and when he tilts his head back, his hair would like dip down into the water and start getting wet on the tip of it.
Well, I do have a moon chart, so I can tell you exactly the moons that you can see.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, as you are looking back and letting the water sort of rock, you see the sky. You've spent all your life looking at the moons, or at least all that you can remember. Even the darkest moon, you believe you can pick out because of the absence of the stars that you know well enough just by their proximity to the moons. You see a oh goodness. You see Lunatari, the red moon, in her waning gibbous, beginning to give way to the sky, but there is still time before she disappears. Solinari is just now beginning to retake as it is a waxing first quarter. It is almost half full this evening. And Nuatari, the darkest of the sisters, is almost full. A waxing gibbish.
Rue just points to Lunatari and says, "She's my favorite."
And Mayor Raven, takes a moment to look up and admire the beauty of the sky above. Your watch passes without issue. And as the middle of the night comes to early morning, Victoria and Zaret are woken for watch. The two of you awake, and it's familiar routes of perhaps stretches as much as can be done in the small boat without tipping it over. In this pre-dawn. Victoria, go ahead, roll for me a perception check.
No. I refuse. 8.
Okay. So, in the early morning, there is caught looking once more at the full plate, the lid off the box that Becklin had left for him.
Okay, I'll just say to him, listen, I'm a squire. Maybe you should put that on. I'll help you.
I imagined that, Becklin would have actually been here when I received this. I know most of the people, as he looks ahead to the other boats, they don't believe in the knighthood. Not like people used to. But Becklin saw something in me. And I just want to do good in this world, do right. And his fingers trail across the knotwork etched into the armor.
Well, there'll be more of these people who believe in the knights after the last few days. And that's how we get their faith back. We earn it. It's not owed.
When we reach the city, when we're no longer on the water, if you would still help me, I would be honored.
Okay, we'll wait for steady land then.
And he nods. And don't when we met, I was a squire too, so please don't think that me earning a promotion, as you said, is going to make us any different.
We'll see. There are rules, of course.
I'm willing to look away from propriety when we're not in public. Oh, not like that. And you see his face go beet red. Not that you're not very pretty. Not what I meant. I'm just going to. And he goes quiet.
She'll laugh after a moment because she wasn't expecting it. Say, I understand. I still might have to report it.
Understandable. but you see that he, there's a shaky smile that he cracks. It is peaceful the morning until people start to awaken. Your watch goes on without issue, but if there's any sort of interaction or conversation you wish to have before the rest of the boat awakens, now would be the time. Otherwise,
Oh well,
Oh.
yeah. So I guess we're like waking up the rest of the group, right?
right, so when morning comes proper at the end of your watch and the rest of the people start to wake up, then you will still have some time for conversations in the boat as you all are reaching Kalaman.
Do any of you have plans going forward? I think, like, are we going to be saying our goodbyes, or
Not sure.
Derek looks to all of you. Perhaps we get through our reports first and we check back in with each other afterwards.
no? Yes, at the very least, we'll have to see these people
Hughes.
get a footing on the
This thought
future.
is that the best place for me to protect my people from this is to fight them here. So I am looking to find whoever's going to strike and lend my blade to it. All of you are welcome to come along, of course.
I'm just imagining in Hugh's mind, it's like, what is a nobleman without his esquires? So you have all these attendants in your noble ballad.
My companion in arms, my sorceress advisor, and my musical accompaniment.
Beautiful.
Historian.
Oh no.
So,
Oh man.
love it. But yeah, everyone in the boat is beginning to awake. Hope, Alamar, Jayev, the mayor. You hear the other boats awake in confusion and mourning still present in the voices here in the dawn light. And that is not the only thing that is present in the dawn light. As you see the city of Kalaman getting ever closer.
Which is better than a hungry drake turtle.
Well, that's the second thing. No. And as the Vingaard River leads you to Kalaman, I think that is a lovely place for us to pause our story. But I will say that if there are any other conversations here, plans for the future, we can cover those now. Your immediate plans within Kalaman. Some of you have been there before.
I'd like to make sure that the mayor gets to speak. I don't know what is Kalaman ruled? What's Kalaman ruled by?
I believe Kalaman has a council? Let me double check. It's been a while since I looked at them.
Yeah. Okay. So Victoria will say that I do, in the immediate future, want to try to make sure that the mayor is heard and give witness testimony to back up whatever claims she makes.
We will, I'm sure, find audience with the governor and the guild leaders and military marshal. They are the ones who will be making any sort of decisions. I would be honored to have you all standing at my side and giving your own retelling of what has been encountered at Vogler.
So maybe we can put any talk of far future away from us and stick together for a little bit, just to make sure these people get right.
Then that is our plan.
Don't call us heroes, though.
If that is what you wish.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Victoria will look at the others like, I don't, maybe they want to be called heroes. I'm just.
I'm not looking for any heroic titles.
Well, we're all going to be referred to as heroes in the song lyrics once I compose the ballad.
As totally wants to be a hero.
So, as dawn breaks and as you get closer to Kalaman, plans in place, at least for the immediate discussions. Our session does come to a close here. We will pick up in a new city next week. Until then, I do want to say thank you to all our players for playing, and thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope that you enjoyed this session. I will see you guys in the next stream, but until then, please head over to wildwitch.com. That is our website. It's where you can find all the information of the fun things we've got going on, all the ways you can find us on the internet, and of course the invite to our Discord, where you can join us, hang out, chat, and play in some games. I also want to say thank you to Sirenscape, who provide all our background music and our ambiance. You can find out more about Sirenscape by heading over to their website, sirenscape.com, and finding out what they can do for you and your table. With that, as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Leaders.